All right, so we finally got our update in the Tesla Model Y Juniper. So we do actually have the newest release. So it is 2026.14.6.6, and it includes FSD 14.3.3. So we're going to do this video is going to go over the update and that, and then I'll have another video to go over my first impressions of 14.3.3. All right, so we did get the latest software update here in our Model Y. So first off, they have the self-driving app. So this is the spring update, which includes a bunch of different things. So that's pretty cool. So we got the self-driving app. We'll go into details of that a little bit, just kind of check it out and see what that's all about. But basically just tracking how much you're using full self-driving. And so you can go and check out some stats on that. And then we've got Hey Grok. So they have a launch word for Grok. So instead of having to press the button on your steering wheel or, go into the menu and select Grok or whatever, you can just say the Hey Grok launch word, and then also you can say goodbye to dismiss it. So we'll see if that works well, but I'll give it a shot. And then for pet mode, you can have a customized name of your pet and some different little visual things there. The visual updates of this, we can just show that right now. So obviously it is a lot more stylized or whatever. It definitely has a lot more detail and reflections, and there's a lot more going on. It looks better than before. That's nice. Some visual updates just kind of, makes it look a little nicer. Doesn't really do anything for you. On the trips, now this one will have a little bit more information on trips, and I noticed already that, and then maybe there's a way to change it, but here on the trip meter, I actually normally have like trip A and lifetime, and then it has like the since charge or current drive or something. I don't know. It used to have some more stuff here that I like to keep tracking, but I wonder if you can change, like swap out what's actually in this little card here. So we'll see what that's all about here in a moment. Some updates to Sketchpad, although I don't really, it just says supporting stickers and emojis. Okay. Now the blind spot warning accent lights. So we do have the Juniper Model Y. So we do have the light strip that goes across the front of the vehicle, and now it will, instead of just having the little red dot in the speaker and the visualization on the display of the little red to that side, it will also turn the accent lights on to warn you about that as well. I have immersive sound upgrade, so I guess just improved sound, but I probably won't ever get much out of that. You can cue music in the music app, so now you can get tracks added to your list so they can be queued up. Automatic software updates, which I kind of thought we already had, but I guess not. I guess this will, you can set it so that if there's an update available, it's going to automatically update it at whatever time during the night. I don't know that I will actually do that, just because I like to be in control of exactly when my software is getting updated. So as long as I continue to actually get the updates in a reasonable time frame, this one seemed like it was definitely delayed, but I know there's still some folks out there that don't have the spring software update, but it just seems like it's pretty delayed. So we have some dash cam viewer updates, and now you can have, basically based on the size of the USB stick you have in there, you could save up to 24 hours instead of before it was only going to do like an hour or something like that. But now if you have a larger size one, you can actually record more time. They got improved maps, so the weather maps on the screen will be improved, and that'll be nice, I guess. I mean, I very rarely use that as well. Supercharger pricing filter, that could be nice, especially if you have routes that are typically to places that have other chargers that are not actually the price set by Tesla. So this will let you filter out which ones you want based on if they're just Tesla supercharger pricing or if it has some other supercharger pricing. And if you had free supercharger credits, you can navigate to those only. The ones that allow you to use free supercharger credits. Some updates to the keyboard and language. You can do different languages. And then the rear display actually gets, so we do in the Juniper Y, we do have the rear screen for the back passengers. And now you can interact with the maps more on the back screen. And then there's just some security improvements, as pretty much always there is. All right, so let's first check out the self-driving app. So should be around 97, 98% self-driving. So we're going to pull this up. Okay, so it says, yep, 97% on self-driving. So that's out of a total of 3,620 miles. I'm at 97% self-driving use. So basically I use it almost all the time. It does have some nice stuff in here. So you can actually like learn how to use it. So you can learn how to activate it. You can learn what the speed profiles do, destination behavior selection. So this is nice. It actually has some different things, and it kind of tells you about these other things. So let's see what it says about the destination behavior. Yeah, so it just tells you, okay, when you select it at the destination, you're going to either park or curbside or whatever. And if it's park, it'll have different options that you can select between. So yeah, that is nice to see there. And it looks like it just basically gives you some information about all these different things. So it's kind of encouraging you to use it, of course. And my longest streak without disengaging is 4.2 miles. I basically disengage every time I'm going to park somewhere, unless it happens to be picking the exact spot I want. And also every time I leave my house or arrive at my house, have to disengage in order to get it in the driveway or out of the driveway the right way I want it to. So basically my streak is only going to be as long, the longest it's going to be, I guess, is going to be if however that long that drive was, you know. So if I happen to do a road trip, I'll probably have a long streak. Otherwise, I doubt it'll be that. But again, 97%, and that's because I only disengage like at those small points. So, all right, so the next one up here is the Hey Grok. So I don't think we really need to go through any of these other ones. We already saw the visualization updates. We'll see if we can get Hey Grok to work here real quick. So first we have to go into the Grok settings to enable. Okay, so we go here, go to Grok settings, and we can have the Hey Grok, and then we don't need any of this.
For settings, check the car's main menu or
Yeah.
screen.
Goodbye.
Hey Grok voice wake word is
okay. Goodbye worked. That was nice. All right. Hey Grok, could you give me a few locations in the area that I can drive to? Maybe 5 different destinations, and put it in navigation.
Here are 5 spots near Ackworth. Logan Farm Park, about 6 miles away. Town Center at Cobb, around 4 miles. 1885 Grill in Ackworth, 5 miles out. Cafe Coco Coffee, 5.5 miles. And Swift Cantrell Park, 4 miles.
Can you just go ahead and put it in the navigation? Yeah, let's go.
Which one?
All
Logan
of them.
Farm Park, Town. Done. Navigation
Goodbye.
set with all 5 stops.
All right. So that was nice. It the Hey Grok worked, and then Goodbye. And goodbye works. So it'll be interesting to see if I trigger that accidentally or something a lot of times, because that may not be great if I trigger it accidentally, but obviously I could just turn it off if I don't like how much it's coming up. So then we will go back to the release notes here. And the only other thing is this trips. I do want to look at the trip meter, and we can try to see the weather as well. So let's go to the trip meter. So this is interesting. So we do have a lot more information here on the trips. So I did want to see if there was a way. It says add trip, new trip. Oh, okay. So I don't really. What does this do? Interesting. So I can. I wonder if I can delete the trip. So if I hold on it, I can't seem to get it to go away. So now I just have an extra trip on here that I cannot delete. That's interesting. Maybe there's a way to delete it, but I don't know how to delete it. But we already had these energy modes where it could tell you what your consumption was, and it gives you all the percentage, all these different things. But this trip thing where you can add more trips is pretty nice. I would like to see actually if I could get it to change what's in the card. So if I go back in here and I say trip A, can I put it in the card? No, I can't put it in the card. Well, kind of a bummer. You can rearrange. So you can add trips to compare the real time. Yep. Tap on any trip to view details or make changes. Rearrange by holding and dragging. And, well, maybe it's just based on the order they are in here. Let me try that. Lifetime. And there you go. Doesn't seem like that changed anything. Can you edit that? No. I don't know. So to me, that's kind of a bummer because I would like the trip to be able to be. Okay, so you can like edit the trip here. And that's just the name. So I can cancel that. What is pause? Interesting. So I don't know. I guess you could pause that trip. That'd be weird. If you didn't want to count that particular portion of your trip or something. Let's see. Current drive. All right, so this new trip, that's how I can delete it. So I can delete that trip. All right, so that's how you delete it. I'll work around with that and see if I can get it to change what I have here on this card. Because honestly, I don't think I'm going to use this card nearly as much if it's always going to be these three things instead of having the. I liked having the trip A on there. Let me just check real quick and make sure it's not the fact that I needed to start a new drive. Doesn't seem to have. So doesn't seem to change that any at all. So okay, no problem. That's fine. I don't mind it that much, but I did like this to be a little different here. So it'd be nice if you can change it. I guess we'll see if that happens. And then we'll just check out the weather improvements here. So we'll go to the map, and we've got this. You can turn the weather on, and yeah, so it's got the weather mapped out for you there, so you can get a nice idea of what the weather is looking like wherever you're going, and it has the little thing there. So that's nice. I mean, pretty cool. Again, I don't know that I'll use it that much. It's interesting to know, I guess. But definitely another nice improvement. And all of these improvements, of course, are always free with the software updates. All right, so that's it for this one. I just wanted to do a little bit of an overview of all the different things we got in this software update. It is going to be nice to check out. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.